بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. سائل يسأل فيقول: هل يجوز للمرأة أن تحج ولو بغير إذن زوجها? Is it permissible for a Muslim woman to perform Hajj even if her husband doesn't allow her to do so? If her husband doesn't give her permission, he says, no, you can't go. Can she go and perform Hajj? الجواب: إذا كان الحج هو الواجب وهي مستطيعة وصحيحة ومعها محرم فيجوز ولا يحق للزوج أن يمنعها لأنه لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. وإن كان الحج تطوعا فله الحق أن يمنعها ولا يجوز لها أن تحج تطوعا بغير إذنه أبدا. As far as if it's her first Hajj, the Hajj of Islam, meaning she's of age, not she made Hajj as a young girl, but she's a grown woman, and the Hajj is obligatory upon her, and she's healthy, and she has another mahram that can accompany her, her brother, who's of age, who's righteous, who's praying, who's practicing, her father, her uncle, her son, her stepson, who's righteous, who's a suitable mahram. He says, then she is allowed to make Hajj, and it is haram for her husband to prevent her from doing so. He cannot tell her no. And that's because, between quotations, the hadith that says, never obey one of Allah's created beings when it involves the disobedience to Allah the Creator. Never obey Allah Azza wa Jal, never obey the makhluk, the creature, the creation of Allah. A human being, if it entails the disobedience to the Creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, anyone, your teacher, no one, your coach, who's telling you to do something that you know is haram, you can't listen to them. No matter how great they are, how old they are, or how important they are. The imam of the masjid, anyone that tells you to do something that you know is haram. He then says, وَإِنْ كَانَ الْحَجُّ تَطَوًّا, as far as if it's her second or third or fourth time making Hajj, voluntarily, then he has the right to tell her no. You can't travel unless I go, or unless I allow you to go. And that's because she is not allowed to make Hajj without his permission, as long as it's a voluntary Hajj. Second question says, هل يجوز للرجل أن يمنع زوجته من الحج الواجب? Similar question as the previous one. Can a husband stop his wife from going to make the mandatory Hajj? الجواب: لا يجوز للزوج أن يمنع زوجته من أداء فريضة الحج ولا مانع له من منعها إذا أرادت أن تحج نافلة. فمن استطاعت زوجته الحج ولها محرم وأراد زوجها منعها فهو آثم لأنه ليس لأي زوج منع زوجته من أي واجب عليها فلا يمنعها من أداء فروض الصلاة الخمسة ولا من إخراج الزكاة الواجبة عليها ولا من صيام رمضان إلا لعذر شرعي كالمرض والسفر والحيض والحبل والرضاع والنفاس ولا يمنعها من الحج إلا إذا كانت غير مستطيعة أو لعذر شرعي يمنع الزوجة من أداء فريضة الحج أو كانت متنافلة. The answer says once more, it is unlawful for a husband to do this. He cannot keep his wife from making the mandatory act of Hajj. As far as if it's a second or third or fourth or fifth Hajj, voluntary, then he can tell her don't go unless I give you permission. So whenever a woman wishes to make Hajj, and she is financially stable, she's capable with her money, the road is safe, she has a mahram, all the other conditions of the Hajj are present, and her husband wants to stop her, he says then the husband is now sinful. He's sinful. He's getting sin from Allah by telling her not to do so. And that's because it is unlawful for any man to stop his wife from doing something which is mandatory upon her. The 5 prayers, giving zakah, fasting the month of Ramadan, unless there is a legitimate valid excuse, such as sickness, traveling, menstruation, pregnancy, breastfeeding, postnatal bleeding, etc. i.e., is that this ruling is not specific just to Hajj. It's not just specific to Hajj. Rather, he's giving you the general reasoning for any issue in the deen. Everyone understand this? Anything that's mandatory upon a woman, the husband cannot stop her. Nor is the woman allowed to make her husband stopping her an excuse, unless she's afraid he's going to beat her or do some type of oppression to her. And even then she has to stand up. Everyone understand this? So it's not specific to Hajj. This is one specific ruling, and it applies to anything else in the deen. If the husband says, don't wear the hijab, I don't want you to cover up like that. That's extreme, that's too much. And she believes in her heart that that's the hijab that Allah and His Messenger has made upon her, then she has to wear it even if the husband is upset. If the husband asks her to perform a sexual act, which is haram according to the Quran and Sunnah, and she knows this, and she believes this for sure, she has to tell him no. Alright, so that's the rule pertaining to any act of ibadah, mandatory, or the opposite, it being what? Haram. He tells her to go to the store and buy me this haram stuff. Go buy me some alcohol. Listen to your husband, give me this haram thing. She says, I can't do it. And this applies to anyone else with regards to authority and leadership. As I said, a coach, an imam, a scholar, an elder, a father, an older brother, and the list goes on. Khairan, inshallah. So therefore, once more, if it is a second Hajj, yani if it's nafilah, then he can stop her. And if it isn't nafilah, then it is unlawful and impermissible for him to do so. These two fatwas were given by Qadi Muhammad ibn Ismail al-Umrani. May Allah have mercy upon him. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best.